Hello again. One of the national characteristics of the British people in general, and the English in particular, is a reluctance to be openly rude and direct, to prefer conveying messages about the way we feel by subtle and indirect means. We are the masters of the raised eyebrow, the indignant look, the unwelcoming body language. All this works well enough when we are dealing with each other. If we are round a friend's house in the evening and we see our host glance at his watch or stifle a yawn, we understand at once that it's time to leave. What though when we are dealing with those from other cultures who may be a little slower in taking a hint? An awful lot of people in Britain, probably most of them, do not wish to share their country with the ragtag assortment of foreign drifters who now seem determined to get their feet under the table here and make themselves at home. So far, we have glanced at our watches and yawned. We've wound up the alarm clock and put out the cat, and yet still they sprawl at their ease, showing no sign at all of being ready to go. Perhaps under such circumstances, we might be justified in adopting plainer and more obvious methods to persuade them to get their coats and start moving towards the front door with a view to leaving and going home. Some viewers might remember the criticism of the Home Office policy of creating a hostile environment for those with no right to be here and encouraging what was described as a voluntary departure. The policy was harshly criticised by the usual bleeding heart liberals and was ultimately ditched as being too cruel towards immigrants. I was wondering the other day whether or not there might be a case now for making our own feelings a little more obvious about the question of illegal immigration and also perhaps also about the legal kind too, which has been so widely encouraged by successive governments of both Labour and Conservatives. Do viewers think that a more hostile environment might perhaps be a good thing for making it clear where we stand? Did the Home Office have the right idea about encouraging people to pack their bags and leave of their own accord? The so-called hostile environment policy, to which I give a link in the description to this video, has been abandoned now because of the bleating of those hell-bent on destroying our nation. But would it be possible to revive it as a private policy rather than one endorsed by the Home Secretary? In other words, would a little less of our native reserve and unwillingness to make a fuss perhaps be a good thing now? Could we let unwelcome guests know that it is time to think about gathering up their belongings and making for the exit? I can't see offhand that there would be any harm in trying this and being a little more bold about what we as a country do not want.